I know we're on, but like save it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
We're talking about changes, guys. Changes time. Who's that? Changes. Look out! What time may change.
Yeah, I know the song.
Me.
I'd like you singing it.
I can't change. David Bowie. I think he was Ziggy Stardust. How you doing?
I'm great. I am great.
It's so interesting the shit you get done when you don't sit around and watch sports all weekend.
That's
which
true.
is going to go
That's
into
true.
our first email, but it is weird. So you go from the NFL, right, and then hockey has a thing, and then basketball has that thing, and then baseball comes. I love baseball. It's too fucking long. The season
is really
and the
long,
shit.
yeah.
And it's just like, hopefully he'll still second. You know, this is ball 4.
How do I find more stats to talk about these stats?
Yeah. Stats from 100 years ago. So it drags you on a little bit, man.
I would say, that baseball is the most dry of the
4 majors.
And like the radio or the broadcast. Like you could watch it and it's fine. Even if you go there and you watch it, it's fine. But to like hear it, those guys are digging for stats from somewhere. Like, back in 1918, we get it. You have nothing left to say.
Or like when a squirrel runs on the field. Oh, we got a visitor. Grounds crew's out there trying to corral him.
There must be something dead somewhere. There's a lot of crows out there in the left field.
Stoppage and play. Jay Buhner has an allergic to squirrels, an allergy, so we'll see how he performs the rest of the game. Jay Buhner. All right. Isn't this week the shits? Every year, this weekend reminds me of the darkness that is about to set in. This is the weekend with no football. Got the Brady Bowl next weekend. More on that later. Then about 3 weeks till baseball season starts. This weekend sucks balls, literally. Only thing that gets me through this time of year is college basketball, which longtime listeners and Keith are well aware of Boss Lady love for Michigan State. We've been going to a lot of Utah basketball games lately. That's sad. Anyways, our man Tom, man's a genius, faked a retirement last year, which led to a divorce. I was thinking about that. That's one way, you tell your girl, I'm done. This is it. And then you do it again, and she leaves, and you're not the bad guy.
Exactly. That's exactly what he did.
And now all your friends are 24 years old, at least the female ones, right? What did that get him? One more football season with the boys and a lifetime of golf. And for those of you that want him to sign a one-day contract with the New England Patriots so he retires the Patriots, fuck off. 20 years from now, all anyone will think of with Tom is the Patriots. And, didn't he win a Super Bowl with some other team?
Yep.
I'm going back to my bourbon. This is long enough. Non-football weekend, Mac.
Because I'll say this, even as a fan of somebody in a team that's never won a championship, one of the Jazz's keystone players of all time is Karl Malone.
Yes.
He didn't finish his days with the Jazz.
A traitor motherfucker. I hated that move.
Yeah, so did I, because he went to the Lakers. However, people never talk about that year. They don't give a shit about it. Even Jordan and leaving the Bulls. It's there. People know he went to the Wizards, but they don't. He's a Bull.
It's like Patrick Ewing playing for the Seattle Supersonics and the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, nobody.
That's just sad.
Yeah.
Like old strippers, right?
Yeah. Well, who did Brett Favre?
Jets.
Yeah, but what is
Brett
Favre
Favre? I'm sorry. I disproved your point. Yeah. I thought you asked me the last team he played for. No, he's Green Bay.
Yeah, all day. So it's the same thing. Yeah. Tom Brady's a Patriot, period.
Without question. You don't need to sign that one-day contract. Matter of fact, you never need to step in New England ever again except to get your bus retired and your number and all that shit you're doing.
And here's a debate going around, which annoys me because there's plenty of other athletes that fall into this. There's this debate going around that they should retire all of the number 12 across all of the teams because he's even –
No.
Well, 23's still out there.
Yeah.
I see that still floating about. Why aren't we getting rid of that then? No,
shut
up,
I think in order to do that, and baseball was the first, and I believe only one to do that with Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
Because it also promoted social change.
Yes, that's a whole different argument.
Whole different thing.
Yeah.
If you did anybody else, it would have to be somebody like a Roberto Clemente.
I could barely almost, and it's going to hurt me to even really say this, Kobe Bryant. Because he had a lot of wins. He had post career. He did a lot of good, influential things for the community and
Uh-huh.
that, and then he dies,
Okay.
and tragically.
Mhm.
And so I could see an argument for that. But even his number, like, no, don't get rid
Bill
of it.
Russell. Bill Russell, long before Kobe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Who would you? So who would it be in football then? Who was somebody that would generate that amount?
Currently, nobody.
Nobody.
I cannot think of. I'm sure we'll have listeners email us and let us know, but I can't think of anything in the NFL that holds that much stature that you would say, you know what, number 7 across the board. That's John Elway, but no, across the board, retire. No, nobody.
I hate saying this because I never played a down of NFL football, so I'm going to lead this off the wrong way. So, but I'm just saying. So if let's say Walter Payton or no, let's say what's his name, J.J. Watt
Okay.
left football and joined the military.
Uh-huh.
I can see doing that with his number. Now J.J. Watt probably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
so. Yeah, he'll
But
be there.
Tillman did it, but he wasn't, that level of it. He wasn't a Pro Bowler type player, but he did it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So maybe him, maybe that guy.
Yeah,
but
something like that. Like for the NFL especially, I think it has to be something to that level, to be honest with
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Age as you are. When I hear that, what do you think of?
What did you say?
Age as you are.
Oh, age as you are. I don't know.
Come as you are.
Okay.
Come as you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't know where you were kind of going.
There's 2 songs though. There's Peter Wolf
as you are,
and Nirvana. So my
as you-
generation, your generation. So that's the pops in my head. Anyway, Wood and Keith. I find I'm losing the age battle these days. Though I lack the shrinking pants problem you're burdened with, Keith. To rectify your problem, we all suffer through on the wagon, Keith. We'll suffer through on the wagon, Keith, for a bit. Maybe Kevin can come sit in your place on a podcast or 2. Kevin comes hand in hand with off the wagon, Keith. Those people are the same person, unfortunately. Brock is a purdy name, but is a name more fitting for a bowler than a QB.
A pretty name? Oh,
Purdy name.
Right, Purdy, got you.
Yeah. Wood, on the other hand, is a great name for a serial father. Nailed that one. Fine podcast. Love Jamathan. And this is the first time in history Jamathan's been that high in the rotation, and here's why.
Oh boy.
Don't look at me. Fave episode to date. Thank you for talking against beauty standards. Growing up with magazines full of perfect people makes us feel like that's how we all should look. Social media. Now every Tom, Dick, and Harry has access to Photoshop. Please make this stop.
Oh,
Stop.
that filter bullshit.
You're over whitening your teeth, and where did your nose go?
Oh my goodness! You know what? Okay,
Yeah?
I don't know where you're at with this email, but I want to say something about that. Where did your nose go? People will filter their faces so much that their nose is gone, and it has maybe nostrils, maybe not. Sometimes it's gone altogether.
Sad.
But if you call the person out on that, you're the asshole.
I know.
What?
We've talked about this. You can't say anything derogatory about
Oh
anybody.
my goodness! Leave your noses alone.
I've had a distorted image of myself and suicidal thoughts since I was 11. It's incredibly annoying. You can't just turn it all off. 1990, I started to self-harm, and I hit it really well. The adrenaline made me mentally free. I wasn't ending my life. I was creating temporary relief. Was literally my thought process. I now know that they are just thoughts, sort of like an addict. You don't act on the thoughts. You fight them. You fight for your life. My girlfriends, it's never enough. They go back for more, this and that. It's never enough. So why start? The fact that people my age, 43, have been getting Botox, etc., for the past 10 years is disheartening.
That's crazy to me.
My own people are putting a beauty standard out there that this is what I should be doing. I hate it. My husband and I made a pact that we'll grow old and wrinkly together and embrace it. I prefer his company. He's everything I need. The influence women give each other is toxic and tragic. Truly loving yourself is complicated for many of us. Instead of creating access to change our appearance, we need to access to accept our appearance. Have you ever met an ex-psychiatric unit patient? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Huh?
That place is not for the weak. That's what it said. I even read it twice, once silently. But I mean, that's Misty, and she puts her struggles out there. Honestly, she needs a fucking podcast.
Yeah,
man.
she does. Yeah,
No.
it sounds like she's got a life of experiences that could very well be received by people that need to hear stuff.
Absolutely, man. I
Yeah.
mean, just the pressure we put on ourselves to be quote unquote perfect.
Yeah.
And none of us are.
No.
I can't tell you the last time I heard the phrase sticks and stones. And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Sticks and stones, right? Break my bones, name.
Yes.
So
now I hear it as a mockery, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, now it's remember the days when they thought that words couldn't hurt? That they still only hurt if you allow them to hurt you.
Yeah.
If you don't allow them to hurt you, it's back to sticks and stones, bro.
When I was coming up, words were like a boomerang. Like if you said a word to me and I found offense to that, I didn't go to social media.
Whatever happened to I'm rubber, you're glue? Whatever you say hits me and bounces sticks to you.
I came to your house or your neighborhood, and either I won or I lost, right? Either I am what you said I am, to quote Eminem, or I wasn't, right? Through that ass whooping one of us gave or received, whatever the case. Lewis says, the fact that people feel the need to get excessive plastic surgery falls wholeheartedly on society and the immense pressure it places on youth and youthful looks. We place no value on wisdom, see your podcast, and experience. It's always the newest and latest person or trend.
That's pretty good.
And now we are raising a generation after generation of people that feel the need to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Time is beginning to tell the effect and effects of this based on the mental state and angst of our young people. The pressure to live up to whatever influences society is pushing.
Yeah.
Yes, we resonated with some people.
Yeah, I would say so. This that last episode, here we are just trying to, as we always say, just speaking our minds.
Mm-hmm.
And it resonated with a lot of people that feel the same way. So, I mentioned this before, that I've taken unscientific polls about such topics.
Love an
and
poll.
And the majority of every time, actually, I'm going to say majority, every single time, people lean to that, like, society puts on these pressures. Like, most people don't care. Like, we don't care, as men typically don't care what women put on their face for makeup. We don't care how you dress. Like, we have certain needs that we want met, and we're very archaic.
Right.
And it doesn't take a whole lot to make a man happy. And we've talked about this before at length. But yet, here we are putting these filters on, doing this societal bullshit. And I can't stand, I wish, part of me, I hated the masking day. The last couple of years when we masked every day.
Yeah.
I hated doing that because, like, I don't like smelling what I ate for lunch the rest of the day.
Okay.
Like, that bothers me. However, people didn't filter themselves as much when we were wearing masks. And I can appreciate that. But now that the masks are gone, we've gone back to these damn filters. And I hate it. I'm not going to go back over what we went over last week. If you want to check our rants, go back last week.
All right. That's the end of the emails.
Whew. Okay, that was long-winded to me as well. So that brings us to our snaggles. And I am drinking Shades. It's a local brewer here. And the Pina Colada Sour. And when I've poured those out, I thought, it's good. And then I was holding it in the light and looking, and it's like got floaties in it. And I just assumed that it's pina or it's colada. I don't know. Either way, I drank it because who cares? Each can has the same.
I'm on, I want to say Kiitos Brewing, Kiitos Brewing, Coffee Cream Ale.
Ooh.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right, and I'm chasing it with Maker's Mark because I have a condition according to my doctor. But you know what? I only got 1 week left of this shit, and I'm going hard. I was telling Wood, I even canceled a fucking appointment I have tomorrow. So I can sit home. I'm going to wake up early. I might make myself some food. Might make myself a drink. And I'm just going to drink all day and just see what I'm made of. Yeah, I'm going to ride this bitch out, man.
Yeah. You might as well. You got a week to go.
Fuck. I'm just going to go just in.
Yeah. As they say, balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. Yeah. See? And that way, hopefully, I can get my fill for these 4 months I'm going to pull off.
So that you're like, I just don't know if I like the taste. Well, at least for the first couple days, be like, don't put tequila in front of my face.
Yeah, right. Like,
and hopefully that lasts for longer.
I'm gonna get my Tay Diggs on. That's what I'm gonna do, man. My Shamar Moore. Anyhow.
Yeah, that brings us to our advertisements, which is first and foremost Tiger Claw Tattoo. They're over there in Mill Creek, 801-410-4245. They are always accepting new art challenges, so make sure you hit them up. Let them know you want, what ideas you have, and plenty of artists to fill whatever need it is that you have over there. And we got a new guy there. I know he's accepting new clients. And one of our listening faithfuls, she had a tattoo done by Tiger Claw not too long ago, and it's beautiful. and amazing stuff. So go check those guys out.
I saw a picture of that. She called it line work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with all the things. And they designed it. She told them what she wanted, and they came up with it.
Yeah.
She said, this means this means that, this means that. Go to town. They're like, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and it's
pay me, motherfucker. Is that how they do it?
Yeah, I think so. That's what they should have because it's incredible. Next up, we have MVP Jersey Framing. That's 801-910-7556. MVP Jersey Framing, and then you can add a .com if you want to go to their website. He frames up everything. And I know he yelled at us one time for saying, hey, don't tell him that I framed this or that or whatever. I'm going to go back to and just say he will frame anything.
Anything.
Like at this point, you've got the dog houses, you got the framing of the jock straps.
Yeah.
Get your shit framed by MVP.
If you got the rubber bat that Ozzy bit the head off,
yeah,
get that framed. He'll do it. Was it a rubber bat? Was it a pigeon? Is that a true story?
They said it's real.
It was a real bat?
Yeah, they said it's a real bat. So
who the fuck brings a bat to a concert?
Somebody like that. He also did, just recently, within this last week, I think he made an announcement out there that he's done touring because he's really sick and like he can't do it anymore. He's done.
He's got to have a shitload of money. He's got to have a shitload of money.
Are you kidding me? He's got to, yeah, he's Ozzy Osbourne. Why the hell would he? Like, anyway, he's a big deal. Next up, last up, we have Kickrox Clothing. That's Instagram.com/Kickrox Clothing, KIKROX Clothing. He's doing his thing down there in Florida.
I got the hat on right now.
Yeah, if anybody's wondering, just Google Kickrox. Do not Google Florida Man. I'm sure he probably has a story with Florida Man and Kickrox, but maybe he'll make some art out of it and make a shirt or something. I don't know. We'll see. That's the end of the advertisements.
All right, I'm on one today, Wood. As you know, I got here 2.5 hours ago. We've been talking shit.
Yeah.
I see the big plan, all right? I don't trust the fucking government, okay?
Okay.
I mean, first of all, you got how we got here. That's government shit. And then you got let's jump all the way like to the Tuskegee experiment, right? Let's jump all the way to the fucking pumping LSD into the fucking subways. You know, the government submitted all this shit.
The crack.
All the
crack
fucking
epidemic.
Not just black and white, all right? But just some of this shit, fucking blankets, smallpox blankets, all right? The government's a fucking piece of work.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't trust them. So I'm watching this shit, you know, on TV, and it's got all these fucking robots and all the shit they can do. And these guys, first of all, nerds are taking over the fucking world.
Yes, they are.
All right, and when you got these nerds that take their fucking childhood out on everybody who can catch and run up
everybody that whooped their ass.
I'm just saying guys that can catch and run up a flight of stairs and, you know, can talk to a girl, you know, have a Letterman jacket, no matter how tight it is. You got these guys, and they're like, I'm going to get back at you. So you got these fucking robots.
That's exactly what they're doing.
You got these robots, and these robots, they're not even shaped right. They're shaped. You remember Johnny Bravo?
They don't have heads.
Take Johnny. That's what I was just going to say. So Johnny Bravo's got that barrel chest and those skinny legs. That's how these robots look. But these motherfuckers can do backflips.
Yep.
I can't do a backflip.
Have you seen the one that they calculate it so where it can make, like, a free throw or a three-pointer over and over and over and over? It never misses because it just has it calculated right.
You got the ones that fucking got legs like Betty Boop legs, and they're bringing you your drink. You got the one that's on the elevator that works the elevator or brings you your room service and shit. And then you got the fucking dogs that can do shit that you walk them, and some of these motherfuckers look like real people. They got skin and shit. Don't ask me where they're getting the skin from. All right, but I'm just are they Ed Gein in it? Right? I mean, where they get this fucking
are they
human skin?
Is it human skin or is it pig skin?
I don't know.
I don't either.
To hear scientists say it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Pigs, humans, and bananas, according to our scientist that was on here. Close shit, right?
Yeah, it's all one and the same, essentially.
They're bringing all these fucking robots out. On the one hand, okay?
Okay.
On the other hand, video games.
Yeah.
Okay? Sports. 3,000 channels. If you got Hulu and Netflix and Amazon.
I think you meant to say esports.
Whatever. All right, you got that. You got drinkers like myself. You got fast food poisoning. You got all this shit for human people.
Yeah.
Okay? Then you got the robots over here. I'm telling you, man. You even got the McDonald's where they don't even fucking have people in there.
No.
And it started with that motherfucking self-checkout, which I still refuse to use.
Yeah.
Unless I'm coming to the Christmas party at this fucking business, I'm not using the self-checkout. You get over here and you bag my shit.
So, Costco and Sam's, The two places, but for some reason you have to show you have a membership to go in the door, which
Uns papers.
which I still refuse to show them.
Oh, you just walk by?
Yeah. And they'll yell at you for a minute, but then once you get if you just show them that you're ignoring them, but now it's only Costco that cares.
Okay.
Sam's doesn't have that person anymore.
You just walk in.
Yep.
Okay.
But Sam's now has self-checkout.
So
You
it's
can just-
Costco.
Yep. So you can just get your shit, check it out on your own, and you're on your way.
And you don't get a fucking discount, which you should.
You
This
should-
place is all about fucking discount. That's why they don't have bags. They got boxes.
Yeah.
So if I use a self-checkout,
That's
I
why
should get a
they
discount.
they keep an extra cart on hand so that when you unload one cart, you put it into another cart, and you just walk out.
Yeah.
You don't have to bag shit.
Right.
You just cart it.
Right. So you got the robots over here doing all these fucking tricks and shit and bells and whistles over here. What they don't show you is a robot can fucking snatch your larynx out with one hand. What they don't show you is that the robot is smarter than you. They don't show you that shit. They show you doing cute shit, backflips, run upstairs. Oh, going to get your newspaper. Nobody has a newspaper. Going to get your what do you go to get? Go get your video game. Go get
You
Keith's
have to get
beer
your-
from the store.
Yeah, you have to
Right?
get your mail.
Then you got self-driving cars and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, you're over here dumbing down humans.
Yep.
Right?
Don't do anything.
I've
don't have
known
to
you
do
fucking over a decade.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I don't know your fucking phone number. My phone knows your phone number.
Yeah, exactly.
All right?
It's the same
but,
way.
but I know phone numbers from when I was a kid.
Yep.
So you're
Same
taking
with
away
me.
your mental acumen, right?
Yeah,
All
that
right?
is true.
You're taking away all that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I still remember, what was it? Sega Genesis. Backpack, CB, backpack, up, down, up, down. That was a cheat code for Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
But now, cheat codes, right? You just hold the button down or something, right? You don't
Yeah.
have to use your mind as much
Or
as
you
used to.
Google it and they give you.
Or
the
you
answer.
Google it.
Yeah.
All right. So, but over here, the robots are learning shit.
Yeah.
I think the government is setting us up for the fall, man. If you got a McDonald's with no employees, how long is it before you got the bank with no employees?
Yeah.
The Home Depot with no employees?
Like honestly,
the mailman with fucking robots?
honestly, if you want to talk the bank, there's a cash shortage apparently still, or there was 2 years ago. Where that went, I don't know. But how much of your banking do you actually go into the bank to do? It's all a number on a screen.
That's it.
That like 97% of it isn't like tangible. You don't put that money in your hand. It's just numbers on a screen that you move from place to place.
If we go in to get our money out the bank, well, maybe not a good example because I'm sure they have $500. But if we go, say, who? Charlton Heston, he's dead. Why do I keep doing this?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Okay.
Let's use Bill Gates. Bill Gates wants, what's he worth? $13 billion?
Something like that.
Say he
Something
wants $600 million from his bank, cash money.
Oh yeah,
They can't give it to him right then. and there.
No.
You
They
gotta
have
come
to
back.
drain. Yeah, they have to drain all the banks in the regional area. We're talking multi-state to get that.
Meanwhile, right? His money's in there, and what's the interest rate in a savings account? 0.7?
0.7, yeah.
0.7.
0.5, 0.7,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
What's the interest rate if the bank loans you money?
Oh shit.
7% right now.
Oh damn.
7%.
That's
So
pretty high.
There's something's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with that. So they take your money. So you take your tangible money and put it in there.
Uh-huh.
And what do? They instantly loan it out.
Yep.
I'm reading
Give
this
it to
fucking book
somebody else.
called The Meeting of Jekyll Island, and it talks about the Federal Reserve and the fucking the job it's doing. So what's the best way to mitigate this shit? Get rid of the people. Get rid of the working force because
Yeah.
they will make more money. And I'm telling you, these fucking
Because you don't
robots are
have to
coming for-
pay somebody to punch a button.
That's it. You can have one guy that maintains 30 robots
Yeah.
as opposed to having 31 people working there.
Yeah.
And the robots aren't going to complain.
No.
But then you go into the shit, the I am robot, where they get so fucking smart, they take over. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I might not. You guys,
This is the whole premise of the Terminator.
It's coming. So there's another job. That RoboCop, all
Uh-huh.
that shit. You could have fucking robot assassins. You got robot fucking cops, robot fire people.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Because the fire guys, what do? They got to put the fire down before
Yeah.
they go in there.
Yeah.
And all
And
these people think this shit is
and
cute,
they
but
can-
meanwhile, they're going to take our shit.
And then they can die. You know, like an actual firefighter could die
yeah.
in a fire.
Not a robot.
You send a robot in, so you're out a few $1,000s, but you know what? You're not out of human life.
But you make one that can withstand 2,000 degree temperature.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's not going to die in a fire.
We can send rocket ships to and from outer space, and they have to go through a lot of heat exchange between going through the atmosphere and out into space, and then on return. If they can do that, you can create a robot that can put out a fire and not burn up.
Probably
They
already have.
didn't hit. Oh, I'm sure they have.
Probably already have.
Well, they have those those robots that go in for like bombs and shit.
Yeah.
They'll send them in.
Right. This is what I'm saying. All this shit is happening in real time, and we're just like, oh, that's so fucking cute.
And we're like, oh, look at the amazing technology. Meanwhile, what's happening to your job? The first time I saw it, so I was at the McDonald's, and I roll up, and I get, what I usually do, and I go to the thing, and as the gal is taking my credit card, not money, but a card to just put the chip in, I'm watching this conveyor belt of drinks, and it'll drop a drink. So they punch in medium, boom, hit medium. A medium cup falls into a little holder, goes along a conveyor belt. It'll dump a handful of ice, and then it moves up, and it was a Coke, so it knows, and it will fill it almost like 7/8 of the way.
Yeah.
And then it stops, waits like 7 seconds, and then it fills the rest of the way, moves over. It right in front of the money person that took my card. They put a lid on it and hand it right to me.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
Have you seen those bars that are fucking automated
Yeah.
like that? Well, all the alcohol's up in the ceiling, which was a beautiful fucking picture, right? And then you say what you want, and they punch it in, and the fucking thing, the whatever moves over here, and the orange juice moves over here, and the mixture, and puts cherry in, and it serves it right up.
I'm pretty sure in Japan. I think there's some places like in Vegas or Atlantic City or somewhere that this is also, but I think in Japan it's a real big thing where your food is that way. So you order up your food, and it just like comes on a conveyor belt, and it stops to you, opens up, you grab your plate and put it out.
It's coming, man. And pretty soon they're gonna get into fucking sports. You were saying there was a robot that doesn't miss free throws, the 3-pointers, because it's got down
the distance and everything.
What is it? Is it an algorithm? Is that an algorithm?
Yeah, it's an algorithm.
Yeah. Baseball. I'm sure they're going to get one where they'll have a fucking motorized robot team.
AAA baseball right now is
balls and strikes.
Getting rid of umpires.
And pretty soon they're going to have a fucking designated hitter that's a fucking robot that goes up and sends the ball back through the pitcher, goes straight through his fucking sternum, out his backside, and kills the fucking second baseman.
So soon we're going to be betting on robotic sports. I don't know if I could get behind that, man. Because I do you remember watching Robot Wars where they had like saws and shit?
Do I remember being a dork? No, I don't. But you do tell, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right, so these nerds would create robots, but they had to have wheels. They had to be mobile. They had to be usually they're loaded. They put them in an arena. It's like the UFC of robots. And the idea was for one robot to destroy or dismantle or disable the other robot. It was called Robot Wars. And they would, these dudes were, adding saws to them and shit. So they had remote controls. And, the remote controls were far beyond what I could even, understand. Because they had, different controls and different buttons. They were incredible. There was, a keyboard for the damn thing. But you would have them, they started creating them low profile. They would saw up others. They'd flip them over and then chop them. There was ones that just had choppers.
You know what that was?
You know what that was? Fire.
You know what that was? That was Rome.
Yeah.
That was fucking gladiator school for Rome.
That's exactly what it is.
Same fucking thing.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
I'm telling you. And if you did that today, you could have a robot out there that fucking pick up a Buick and drop it on the other robot's head.
Yeah.
These things are strong as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I've been watching the videos.
What was that? What was that show with? I think the Wolverine was in it. Hugh Jackman, where he was like the boxer, but it was the robot that boxed for him.
Oh, that was like a live action Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah.
I used to love that toy, Rock'em Sock'em. And you hit his fucking head up, and that's how you won and shit.
Yeah.
There was one red one blue one, which I think was actually America and Russia. Is how I looked at it, right?
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of it. But
it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. That's the direction we're headed.
Yes. That is the direction we're headed, man. And I'm telling you, the answer is if they can eradicate us. Because can you go a day without seeing some fucking person in a rascal? They get out their fucking car and they waddle over to the fucking rascal, and then they get on it and they're pissed that it's not plugged in and shit. And then they get up and they sit on the other one and they're driving through the store, right? And they're taking up the fucking aisle. And then they got the nerve to ask me, can you reach that for me? No. You need to burn the fucking calories. You get up off your fucking ass. I've been walking through the store. You're motorizing through the motherfucker, right? Like you're in the fucking Philippines sightseeing and shit,
Well,
right?
I have disabilities because of this, and this. Yeah, because your weight got you there.
This, and this is Domino's, McDonald's, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's what this, and this is. Get up off your ass, right?
Yeah.
But this is what they're doing to us, man. The food's poison. I've said for a long time, I don't know why I'm here right now. I'm gonna miss alcohol. I don't know. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm telling you, the fast food agencies, they're in bed with the pharmaceutical.
Oh,
And
I believe that. I buy that.
I wholeheartedly believe. I wish. Who's the dude that's hiding in Russia right now?
So the fast foods are in bed with the pharmaceuticals, who are in bed with the government,
Absolutely.
who run everything.
Absolutely, the lobbies. Who's the dude that's hiding over in Russia right now? What's his name? They made the movie about him. Come on, man. Snowden.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I bet you, if he had a little bit more time, he would have found that they have a cure for cancer.
Oh,
They say Snowden's a criminal. I say he's
No.
a fucking hero because he said, "Look, this is going on."
Yeah.
Then he ran.
But that's true. Well, because when you got Big Gov chasing you,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna run.
No. I'm not saying he was a coward for running, but he said this shit and got the fuck out of Dodge.
I also believe, like we've created so much modern, with science, like pharmaceuticals. We keep people alive far longer than they need to be.
Oh, without question.
And so if you cure cancer, now you're keeping – now I think we should cure cancer under a certain age. So like if you're kids, teens, cure that cancer. Like the technology that I think we have –
discrimination, though. Bill Clinton put a stop to that. That's discrimination.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. If you're under 18,
In
cure
which
that
Hitler,
cancer.
which Mussolini world? Right? Go ahead.
If you're under 18, cure that cancer.
Okay.
Like I don't give two shits. Let them. Let's see what productive part of society, or maybe not. Well, it's a gamble. I get it, but let them be an adult in society. If you're, I don't know, say 50 and above, and it happens, it's debatable. But I believe we do have a cure for most cancers.
Yeah.
But we just choose not to because if we let people die, then everyone that's making it to 99 and 105.
Mm-hmm.
Then it kind of balances that out.
Do you think they'll let that cure out when they start farming us, when they start using us for whatever resource? Maybe they'll make a fucking robot that feeds off of us. Maybe they'll make a robot that needs our organs because it's getting that close to a fucking human being.
They'll need to. Well, they need to let us. Well, they would have to let us die for that. But at some point, once the robots start taking over, they're going to have to keep us alive. So now they're going to be like, oh, you know what? You're going to need that cure. Boom, here you go, and carry on because we need you to fight this problem that we created.
I don't know left and right wing and all that. It's left and right wing based. If you're facing the president when he's giving his speech, is it left and right wing, or is when the president's standing there looking out, is it left and right wing for that?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
I don't
I've
know,
never even thought
but
about
it's the
that
side
way.
of the aisle, right? So I don't know
Yeah.
which way it is. So
I don't either. I just know left, right, but I don't
my point is,
I don't know. I turned.
he put his left hand up. my point,
I don't know.
my point is that Ronald Reagan, who was right wing, right?
Ronald,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was a Republican, strong Republican. He said one time that the only thing that would bond humans as a whole is if we had an alien encounter. If we had aliens come down here, that would actually bond us. There'd be there'd be no black and white. There'd be no Ukraine and Russia. There'd be no North Korea, South Korea.
There'd be human
us
race
trying to get this shit together.
Yep.
And we'd get our ass whipped.
Yeah.
Because these motherfuckers dropped out the sky.
If they came from somewhere else, their technology is far better than ours.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gone to visit them.
It's like when you're playing Connect 4, right? And you think you're going to win, and that one fucking red chip comes down. You're like, damn, I didn't even see that coming.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even see that coming.
Uh-uh.
A big fucking ship the size of, I don't know, Maine, floating over the fucking Capitol like 4th of July, right? Or Independence Day.
Yeah, well, apparently we didn't see a small little balloon travel from, I don't know, the coast of California to Montana.
Let me tell you something, man.
Do you know how far? Hold on, before you get to your point. Do you know how far it is from the coast of California to Montana?
I actually do.
That's a long way.
Long way.
Yeah.
Long way.
Yeah, you ain't driving that. Well, you could drive in a day if you were that crazy, but it's a long ways. Just let it float on over.
I had a drone over my backyard one time.
Oh, yeah, I've had that.
Remember, you've had that?
Yeah.
I was out there with a fucking slingshot, BB gun, throwing rocks. Finally, I hit it with a wet towel. I did. I hit it with a wet towel, came down, I stomped on the motherfucker, put it in the garbage, and I couldn't wait for the person to show up and say, where's my drone?
Yeah.
Never showed up.
Yeah. I had a drone.
Hold on. My point being, that motherfucker flying over that far, first of all, when did they shoot it down? When it got to the Carolinas, right?
Yeah. The whole country.
With those upset motherfuckers. Goddamn flying squirrel. Shoot that bastard out of the sky.
Can you
would think
imagine
Montana
how many guns were going off in the Carolinas?
The motherfuckers was happy. I did my service.
Yeah.
Did my service.
Every one of them thinks they shut it down.
Exonerate my uncle for that moonshine still he had. But I just don't understand how that works. As soon as it enters our airspace, it should go.
Yep.
It should go.
Absolutely.
Right.
We have some borders, and we should. And I think they go all the way up to heavens. Just like they go
Which
all
is crazy.
the way. They go all the way up, in my opinion. But
there's places you as American can't fly over. If you could fly a helicopter or a plane, you can't fly over Area 51 because they will kill you.
you can't fly it over the. I don't know. Let's say the Chinese airspace.
No, you can't do that.
Good luck with that
Yeah,
shit.
You definitely can't do that.
I had a drone once fly in my backyard, and I was watching it, and I went out there to knock it down, and it landed.
Okay, you stomp
I'm guessing that the battery died. I don't know.
it. Okay.
Either way, I picked it up. I took the battery out, and I set it on my front balcony.
Okay.
And I just left it there for like 2 weeks. I put it on display.
Like,
Come and get it.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Come and get it. I don't know what you were doing with it. Had a little camera. I don't know if you recorded anything, but if you did, let's have a discussion about it. No one ever showed up.
So it wasn't the courts making sure you were actually feeding and clothing.
Could have been
your unfavored kids. So what'd you do with it? Did you just throw it away?
I threw it in the garbage can. Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, like you don't want it because you're in my air. That's just my yard.
Yeah.
Like you're in my yard airspace.
But they're talking about using those fuckers to deliver packages.
No. That's back to the whole robot thing.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
and these Amazon drivers bust their fucking ass. You ever follow behind an Amazon driver on a busy street? First of all, he's got the door open because that third of a second it takes to open the door is just too much time.
How they do it in the cold, I have no idea.
And they are hustling.
Yeah.
They have a quota of shit. Yo, if I was an Amazon driver, you'd be getting a lot of free shit. I'm not running that hard. Look, here's a bunch of shit, Wood.
Yeah.
Delivered.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Amazon doesn't give a fuck anyway. But back to the robot shit. I just think we're stupid and not paying attention.
No, we're
not.
not.
We're
losing our jobs.
Enamored by fucking shiny keys in the latest new one. Oh, this robot.
Best technology.
This robot could get me a Diet Coke when my boy is at work. This robot can fry me up some catfish. That's how we thinking.
Yeah.
No. This robot is going to take your boy's job.
Yep.
It's going to take your job.
Yeah.
And it's going to make life hell for all of us, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the fucking nerds that are doing it.
Yeah,
they're just sitting there, you fucking throwing a baseball at me, and then I can't catch, or you took Tina, that cute girl I thought I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all of it.
They're just reliving their childhood, man.
Yeah, they are. They're taking it out on all the jocks. That's it.
I hated ever playing sports in these. If I had known this was fucking going on, I talked to my boy the other day, and I said, you know what? If we had taken the time to play an instrument,
oh yeah,
as opposed to putting so much effort into sports, we'd have been better off because time doesn't take playing an instrument away from you. Yeah, you can get arthritis, you can get that and the other. R.I.P. Jeff Beck, who just passed away, but he played up into the end.
Yeah.
Phil Collins, who has health problems, can't play the drums anymore, but it doesn't leave his quick
Ozzy Osbourne's like 127. And he just is hanging it up this year.
But, I mean, Rolling Stones sans Charlie Watts.
Yeah.
Metallica's still playing. Def Leppard, they took his fucking arm. He's like, give me a second. I can figure this out. You know what I mean? But if he was an athlete, one arm, it's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless you're Nolan Ryan.
But
not Nolan Ryan. That's not what I meant.
Nolan Ryan was a pitcher. He was a badass.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
What do you mean?
There's some pitchers. There's been pitchers. There's been athletes with one arm. But
one arm. Jim Abbott.
That's what I meant.
He had one hand.
Yeah.
He had the arm. He just didn't have the hand.
Yeah, but it's in the same era as
it was the same era. But that's my point. All I'm saying is watch back. Robots are coming.
Yep.
Unplug all your fucking appliances, right? And downplay some of the Paramount, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. What am I missing? What Apple TV?
Yeah.
What all this shit? All these channels were sitting there just fucking flicking them. And then they got something called the smart TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Now that you don't even have to use the controller, you could just use your voice.
And if you look at that picture, famous picture with Mark Zuckerberg sitting on his desk, right, looking at the camera, he's got a piece of tape over the camera for his computer and a microphone because you know why? They listen.
Yeah.
All hail Eric Snowden. Is that his name? Eric Snowden?
Yeah.
Is it Eric Snowden?
I believe it is.
Is it Eric Snowden?
Isn't it?
Or is it Eric Snow? Eric Snow was a basketball player.
Yeah, I think it's Eric Snowden. Let's look real fast just to get it out of our. Edward Snowden.
Edward Snowden. Okay, I was thinking because Eric Snowden is the ex-basketball player for the Philadelphia 76ers who gained 100 pounds after he retired, and they now call him Eric Blizzard because he's so fucking fat, which I thought was hilarious. Wood, is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying. Whew. There was a lot to pack in on that one. No
Robots, don't trust them. Hey,
No.
let me drop this too.
Shoot it out of the sky if you see it.
This is the conversation we had earlier. We're gonna have some changes here. So what you're saying, just so you guys know, coming up in the next month and a half.
Yeah, in the next 3-4 weeks. Yep.
Three, doesn't it? Oh, shit,
3-4
that
weeks.
quick?
That's a month,
You
really.
just pulled
You
your
said
dick.
month. I said 3-4 weeks. You know, all of a sudden that's different.
31 days.
Yeah, guys. So we'll keep you updated and apprised of those changes as they come along. So stay tuned for that. Check out those our sponsors and where they're at because they always appreciate the So What You're Saying community, helping them out, and as do we. Also, closed door sessions. I know that I said last week that the closed door session would be up. There was a blip. I'm not sure what happened, but it didn't post.
Let's be transparent. What happened, Wood?
I have no idea. To be entirely honest
That's
with you,
transparent.
I have no clue. It's supposed to have been there, and it's not. So I don't know. I'm looking into it. Either way, it'll be there soon. So if you haven't already subscribed to those, check them out because they are the down-to-earth, serious, awesome conversations that Keith and I have, and they're not to be missed. And with that, Keith, I have to tell you, even my intro and my outro seem very robotic, but it has been a pleasure.
I got one more week to get liquored up, and I'm going to embrace this bitch. We out.